Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 reading goals, reading plans video, whatever it's called. We're talking about reading. We are in my quilted caviar leather agenda from Cloth and Paper. They don't have this on there anymore, sorry. And it's pretty much empty, but in order for me to really get into the planner setup, I'm starting from different sections. So we're gonna jump right into the reading section and talk about what I have. This is more of a flip and a talk through. Look at that, bare bones. It looks beautiful though. It's beautiful. This is from Sessavi for those that don't know. If you didn't listen to my chaotic 2026 planner prep, we talk in there, okay? We chopped it up. This particular divider is called projects, but I use it for reading. Now that you're a little bit closer, you can see here that this is my bookshelf. These are little book covers that I cut out myself and pasted them on each one of the boxes that are underneath. So this is more of my library so that I can see, okay, what have I read? What haven't I read? It's not everything that I have in my possession, but it's more than enough for me to get started on which direction I'm going in when I'm reading. I don't really want to redo this particular insert until most of the books are read. And I have a pretty good chunk of them under my belt. Say Less, I read that, read this, read that, read that, started that, read that, read that, read that, read that, read that. Physical, what else have I read? Read, reading, currently, read that. So that is kind of where I am with the bookshelf. I think it's a nice eye-catching piece for your planner, and you can kind of get motivated off what you have to read. Endless reading. Anyway, here we are with my 2026 reading plans, and not a lot, but enough. And I have read 15 books before a book event. There is a major book event that's coming up towards the end of spring. The date is escaping me, so it might be summer. And I want to read 15 books before that event. Why 15? What's the big deal? I think that that is a good, wholesome amount of books to say that you've either read from new authors in that 15 books, you either read from authors that you know and more work that you love from this list of books. It's possible that within the 15 books, there's a series that you started, needed to complete, or all of the books are within the 15 books. But I feel like that's a decent amount of books to say, I'm ready for a book event, because you have something to talk about when you meet up with the author. And that is what I want before I get there. It could be more. Who knows? But 15 is attainable. Visit 3 new to me libraries or bookstores. Not to say that I've never heard of them, but I haven't been there. So I would like to visit new local libraries, new to me, or bookstores. There are quite a few in the area, some of which are Black owned, some of which are woman owned, some of which are Black woman owned, some of which are just brand spanking new. I don't know who owns it. So I do want to visit 3 of them, see what's there. I might not buy a book, but maybe they have accessories or book related merch that I might want. It depends. We'll see where the stores take me. Complete 2 series. I have started so many series that it's insane. Last year I finished Ethic. This is a 6-book series. Like, please. These 2 guys here, this is their dad. I only read 1 book from the series, and I believe it's 3 or 4 books in the series. I still have 2 books left in the Hoop series. You see the 3 here. Clearly, I have all 3. This is book 1 in another 5 to 6 book situation, which is the continuation of the one that I read last year. So many moving parts, so many books to read. I only have 2 little eyes. Like, I need to really get into it. But anyway, complete 2 series, finish an author's catalog. I would love to finish an author's catalog because I feel like it is a badge of reader's honor to just say, oh, I've read all her stuff. I've read all his work. And I think that it just says that thank you for writing stories that I truly appreciate and enjoy. And I had a moment similar to that when I met Kasha Thompson. That is the author that I would like to complete the catalog of. I learned so much from her in that interaction, even though I could have read up on this, but I found out that she was from Brooklyn, just like me, and she's of Jamaican descent, just like me, and she writes rom-com. And I think that it was so, I don't know, it was so organic, our meeting. And she, of course, wrote special things in my books that I brought, but it was really nice to know that I took the time out to read what you wrote. I was one of her arc readers. It was one of the first arcs, if not my very first arc. Yeah, very first arc I ever received was from Kasha, and I feel like reading all of her work is more special than I could even say. Next, do 3 12-hour readathons in Q1. I think that readathons have been my thing later in 2025. I found that it was not only impactful to my reading because I was more focused. I felt challenged that, oh, I only have 2 hours left. Let's see how much I can get done. I find that I enjoy them. Now, 12 hours is a lot. Do I take breaks? Yes, I do. But at the end of it, I feel fulfilled. I feel like I accomplished something. So 3 of them would definitely get the pages turning, get the books completed. Lastly, complete a reading or book challenge. I don't know what the other one will be, but earlier today, I came across a video, which I don't know the young lady's name, but I know that it was a young lady talking about her reading journal, and she was doing something related to tropes. And I don't know what my favorite tropes are, but I know what I enjoy reading. But what are your favorite tropes? I don't know what mine are. And I think that I want to do something similar to that, but with a twist. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give you the sketch that I'm thinking of in this video. My 26 books for 2026. Wow. Okay, as you can see, we had to get closer. As you can see, 2 of the books already have a dot. Why is that? Did I already read 2 books before the first full week of the year? Yes. Do I feel like I'm on top of the world? Yes. Was one of those books a 5-star? Yes. Will I tell you what it is? No, because we're going to talk books later. But for right now, this is the list. And I'm not going to show you everything because, of course, I'm going to have more book related, reading related videos where you'll get to see them. But for now, this is my list. Touch your nose. Don't be nosy. Don't be nosy. Sweet caress. I'm using my stickers. I told you. This is a work in progress. This is my never-ending TBR list. I started with these books, and let me tell you why. Working through it, we talked about Kasha. Working through it and Saving Sunflower were 2 books that were on my list to read in December. But I did Bookmas in December. My goodness, the way Bookmas was beating me up, dragging me by my hair, kicking me in the ribs, because I had to film every day, edit every day, post every day. And sometimes I had a little leeway because the videos were quick to do. But other days, if I'm doing a reading vlog or like a montage, that takes all day because I'm actively reading these things. So basically, didn't read everything I thought I was going to read in December. So it carried over. Here we are. And I have a lot more to write. But this is the starting point. Which brings me to this. This is the book log. You see it. Started on the 8th. 2 books. Why did I do that? This book is over 600 pages. What do you mean? I needed to feel progression. I wasn't going to make that much progress, so I had to start something else. Enigma, my goodness, it's hot in here. If you need spice, and when I say spice, I mean filth, hey. But you might need to take breaks. You might need to take breaks because it gets hot in there. It gets wild. Okay, anyway, so because of that, not finished yet. You have to take your time. You have to know yourself to know I need to slow down. Savannah, slow down. Sinful Desire. This is, if I'm not mistaken, book 4 from the Mafia Misfits series. I am having a great time. I'm having a great time. My goal is to finish it tomorrow. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. The Prodigy, that was the first book of the year for me. It was a good start to the year. Week for You. This was a novella. I had a good time. There. That's where we're at. Down here, we have unfinished business. We talked about it. This is my tentative completion schedule. We'll see what happens. I don't know what will happen. Do you see this? I made this myself. I'm pretty proud of it. The header is a bit wonky, but please. I wanted something that spoke to me. So of course I had to have HBCU representation in there. I love a good second chance romance. Please just hold your comments on that, please. I have grown to like single dad. But what I'm saying is, I think that something about single dad is so intriguing to me because I like to see a man that is vulnerable, one that is patient with their child, one that is loving, one that doesn't care if others see him fathering and doesn't consider it a chore. And I think that's what makes it enjoyable to read, especially in books that people don't believe these things exist, where Black people can be loved by other Black people, that Black people can be billionaires, that Black people can be doctors in love, that Black people can have dark romances and motorcycle clubs, or if they can be in eroticas or polyamorous relationships, or if they can be in mafias, gangs, their cousins, their first cousins, mafias and gangs, anyway. So I find that a lot of these are going to be interesting because I don't know what this year's reading will bring, but I can't wait to see how my bingo sheet turns out. And I'm using Sweet Caress. Now, I did jot down some possible reading incentives, and I'm gonna put them on here for now, because I don't know if I'm going to create a printable so that I can just use that. So let's do this. If it's sloppy, it's sloppy, okay? So I'm thinking dinner and a movie. And when I say dinner and a movie, I don't mean like circa 2006, he asked you out to dinner and a movie. No, I mean dinner and a movie like Cinebistro. I go to the movies where they have dinner. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking for that. Number 2, perfume discovery set. I think this is a beautiful way of finding out, oh, I'm over the line. Anyway, I think it's a great way to experience a new fragrance, to find out if you like the fragrance house at all. Perfume set. Number 3. This one is going to be a little pricey, I think. But I have day spa. There are hotels in the area that do a day spa where you pay $50, $75, 100 something, depending on what hotel. But you'll be able to enjoy all of the amenities that the hotel has to offer. You might even get a robe and a little bag of things. You can sit out by the pool. It's chilly outside, so maybe if they have a sauna, you'll be able to do that. Hot tub. So I think that a day spa would be nice. You know, like a congrats, you've been reading. Number 4, okay. So for this one, $50 extra at a book event. Why did I say it like that? $50 extra at a book event. So whichever thing, I haven't decided, that can be one of the things. I don't know if this is going to be, I just had 4 incomplete thoughts. Anyway, I'm not even gonna add that in. I'll probably just add that sentence right there. Custom, I'm just gonna put book related. Apparel, and I'm wording it that way because I just don't know. I just don't know. Number 6, up to 3. Books. Boom. There we go. So what are these reading incentives for? I was thinking about these for my reading plan. Imagine, for the first one, you read 15 books before a book event. Take yourself to dinner and a movie. You did well. If nothing else, you read 15 books for the year. If you don't read anything else for the year, you read 15 books. You deserve dinner and a movie. 3 libraries or bookstores. And I think it would be interesting because let's say you don't really buy anything when you visit the libraries and you just sit there and read, perhaps. Or if you go to the bookstores and you say, you know what, I'm going to choose 2 libraries, 1 bookstore, and at the 1 bookstore, let me make sure I've done another thing so that I can get like this one done, dare I say. So you know what I mean? I have a method to my madness. I think that this makes sense. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Are you into it? Do you think this is stupid? Do you think this is ridiculous? Do you think this is a waste of money? Either way, I'm going to do it, but, you know, just want to bring you into the fold. After bingo, I have my book of the month. And I really enjoyed doing this last year. Did I finish it? That's not the point. The point is I enjoyed it. It's just that I have to print them out, but I do know what they are. September, I don't think I completed anything in September, which is crazy, but probably true. So I do have the other ones that go right here, but I mean, it was a time. So I'm ready for that again. Then we have favorite book quotes. I didn't do this last year, and I think when I'm doing my book review, I should also complete this because it'll be fresh in my mind. So this weekend, I am going to update my book reviews. I have not done that yet, and I'm 2 books in. I'm already behind. This is what my review page looks like currently. All the books that I've started have this big, obnoxious sticky note because sometimes when I'm reading, I need to write that down. Write that down, and it'll be here. Sometimes it's, oh, the MMC is over 6'3". Love that. Write that down. I need to know all the MMCs that male main characters. I need to know all the MMCs that are over 6'3" immediately. If there is a female main character, FMC, that is over 5'7", like me, I'm 5'8", I love to know who they are because eventually I will put a list together and make a montage of books with characters that are 5'8" like me. And then I can go to my notes and find out who they are. Take notes on books, you never know. So this is what the insert looks like without my obnoxious sticky note on it. Let's get a little closer. These are from my minimal planner. A lot of these, if not all of them, are from minimal planner. And I enjoy this because it gives me enough space to jot things down, whether I'm listing them, writing out full sentences. Down here, I have enough space to really talk about it, you know? And I've been enjoying this, I will say. One of my favorite finds. And we made it back to the beginning. So this is what I wanted to share with you. This is my handy dandy paper that I'm not going to waste just because the printer said I'm testing your ink. So I'm going to use this to explain what I think my other book challenge would be. I want to do a sports bracket. Let's just humor me, okay? It's gonna be like a sports bracket. And then I want to do something like red flag versus green flag. And this is like unhinged, toxic MMC versus lover boy, respectful, probably helps his grandma to and from her favorite chair. I don't know. So then you figure out what the book is. And then you get the book here. Okay. Which one did you like the most? Okay. Then you get it here, and then it goes up against, I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, so it would have to be here. Right. Okay, got it. So this one versus this one versus this one, and then you're like, oh no, okay, so this should be green. Okay, not this. So this is how my mind works sometimes. And then you're like, okay, this book, and this book is gonna go against Motorcycle Club or Mafia. You know how brackets work when they do the whatever. I want brackets. I can't end the video with you thinking I don't know how to do a bracket. Okay, so let's say we have red flag. Red flag goes up against green flag. And then you say, you know what? I think we're gonna go, for the sake of this, we're gonna say green flag. I think that's supposed to be the right answer. Wink, wink. And then green flag won that one. Hooray. Then down here you have Motorcycle Club versus Mafia. And then Mafia wins. Okay. Okay, cool. So then over here you have, who would you have? Who would you have? Somebody else over here and somebody else over here, right? Same thing, same thing. You pick your people, they come up against this one, and then you decide who, ultimately who wins. So something like that for favorite trope Olympics. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I'm just brainstorming. Anyway, I said all that to say it's still a work in progress, but we're making strides. And I hope that your reading section in your planner or your reading journal has come together quite nicely. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're still working on it. If it's going to take you until February to do it, take your time. Don't let anybody rush you, because clearly my planner is not even completed yet. Do what works for you. Do your thing. Do what works for you. Don't let the people stress you. Read what you want to read, but read something. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.